Hello, grade 7. Welcome back. This time we're diving into week 7, and we'll explore the exciting world of heat and temperature. So brace yourselves and let's learn together. I am Sir Wawi, your ever curious science buddy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe para lagi kang updated sa mga susunod ko pang video lessons. Alright, let's get started. So our topic for lesson 7 or week 7 is about heat and temperature. So we will try to differentiate this concept. What is heat and what is temperature? So, dito sa topic na to or lesson na to, puro tayo storytelling. It's like you will give your reaction to a particular article. But that article discusses or show okay the concept of temperature, the concept of heat, okay, and the types of heat transfer. So yun po yung ating mga i-discuss at i-highlight ngayong linggong ito. So hopefully naman is magets natin ito kasi sobrang dali ng topic na to. Okay, so hindi na tayo mahirapan kasi wala na naman tayong isa-solve. So anyway, so much for that. So let's read the learning competency. Explain the difference between heat and temperature. Okay, just like what I've said earlier, we will try to differentiate, okay, the concept of heat and temperature. Okay, so they are different terms or concept. Okay, so hindi sila pwedeng sabihin na they are similar. Okay, they are a different concept. So, next, for the learning objectives, describe heat and energy. Okay, ano yung heat, ano yung word na energy. Okay, so basically these terms are all familiar na sa inyo. Okay, na-encounter na natin several times. Okay, and then number two, differentiate heat and temperature through the concept of energy transfer or heat transfer. Okay, so meron naman tayong three major types of heat transfer na ating papahapyawan pero mas madidiscuss pa natin in the next lesson. Okay, so for the next objective, classify materials as insulators or conductors. So in this topic then, we will classify okay, the concept or the idea about conductors and insulators, what is a conductor, what is a insulators, okay, and of course, we will give an example for this words or idea anong example ng conductors, ano yung example ng insulators. And those examples are commonly encountered in our day-to-day activities na lagi nating nahahawakan pero hindi natin lang masabi na ay this is insulator, this is conductor. So ano yung basis natin for it to be called as conductor, for it to be called as insulator? Okay, so yun yung ating titingnan. So hopefully marami tayong matutunan in this lesson. So are you ready? Okay, sige. So before we continue, of course, we will have a short review. Okay. So for this one, let students recall their ideas on the terms about heat and energy and let them complete the table below. So yung sinabi ko nga kanina sa inyo, hindi na to bago. Okay, hindi na bago yung word na heat, yung word na energy kasi lagi-lagi is nai-encounter natin yung mga words na yan. Okay, so let's start with the word heat. Okay, what you see, what you think, and what you wonder about this word. Okay, so before that, familiar na nga ba yung word na heat sa inyo? Okay, familiar na? Okay, sige. So first, what you see. Okay, paano ba natin nakikita yung heat in our day-to-day activity? So basically, pag sasabihin ng ninyo mga anak, I see heat from the sun. It's correct. Okay. I see a stove getting hot when it is turned on. 'Di ba? Umiinit yung stove pag binubuksan. Heat, may init, di ka? Another is, I see ice melting when it is left outside. Bakit natunaw? Because may presence ng heat. Okay. Another, I see machines and lights using energy. Okay. And of course, may applicable yung heat. So, pag hinahawakan natin minsan yung mga machines, pag ginagamit, even your cellphones, di ba? Okay, pag super gamit na gamit is, okay, umiinit. Okay, hindi yung matatalo sa ML pero maiinit ang ulo. Okay, iba yun. So, next, I see my hands get warm when I rub them together. Di ba? Try to rub your hands. Especially, this time, malamig. Okay, kung tayo mag-hike, the tendency, most people, nirarub nila yung hand nila. Okay, kasi nga, it produce, okay, an instant heat sometimes. Para mais yung nararamdaman natin yung lamig, especially this time, ano. So, what you think? Okay, what you think about heat and energy? Okay, what you think? I think heat is a kind of energy, correct? Heat is an example of energy. Okay, another, I think energy makes things work, correct? Okay, kasi nga energy is the capability to do work. Okay, so without energy, hindi tayo makaka-create ng work. Okay, and then I think heat causes things to change, correct? Heat causes things to change. When an objects absorb heat and gain heat, okay, may possibility na mag-change siya. Okay, so especially in different phase changes, ano. Okay, so next, I think energy can be used in different ways. Correct naman. Okay, we use heat energy in different ways. I think heat is produced by movement. Correct. Okay, pag gumagalaw yung isang bagay, nakaka-produce ng heat. Another, I wonder where heat comes from. So, yun nga yung wonder natin. Ano, saan ba nagmula yung heat? Okay, saan ba talaga nagmula? Ano, another wonder is, I wonder why heat can burn us. Okay, so, bakit nga? Ano, bakit nasusunog tayo? I wonder how heat moves from one object to another. Paano ba gumagalaw? Okay, and meron na tayong idea kasi na-discuss na naman natin sa chemistry. Ano? Okay, may mga particles. Okay, so another, I wonder if heat is always visible. Is it visible? Okay, I know. So I wonder how energy turns into heat. Okay, yun yung mga wonder natin. Okay, so hopefully naman is uh, masagot natin yung mga wonders natin. So anyway, so before another part of our review, article review to naman. Okay, so it's entitled Scorching Heat. Philippines bears the burden of scorching heat, especially during summer. Ano, may mga province dito sa Pilipinas na talagang sobrang init. Okay. I even read an article, may isang province, I'm not sure if it's Corinne or Aurora, talagang umabot ng like 50 degrees Celsius yung temperature. Okay. May isang particular day na umabot ng ganun. So, nakakabahala kasi, okay, so ngayon pa lang 2025, ganito na kainit. What about the next years, 'di ba? Okay, think of it. Okay, paano yung mga susunod na taon? Mas lalong iinit ng iinit. What about the future generations? Okay, so ayan. So let's read this article. Okay, the Philippines continues to grapple with extreme temperature as a scorching heat waves swept across the country. Okay, so in recent months, heat indices have soared beyond safe levels, affecting daily routines, public health, and local economies. Schools have shortened class hours. Okay, farmers struggle with dry fields, and many communities experience reduced water supply. Okay, so experts link the intense heat to climate change. Okay, yun ang talaga naman, ano, yun yung pinaka-link. Lagi natin, it's climate change and the ongoing El Nino phenomenon. Okay, so both of which amplify temperatures and prolong dry spells. Okay, so authorities urge the public to stay hydrated, okay, during this time. Okay, avoid outdoor activities during peak hours and practice energy and water conservation. Okay, so as the nation endures these harsh conditions, okay, collective awareness and preparedness remain crucial in adapting to a warming climate. Okay, so that's the article. Okay, it's about the reality that we are experiencing right now about heat. Ano, okay, talagang during summer talaga, okay, especially din sa mga overly populated schools, may mga tendency nagka-cancel, okay, na mga klase, okay, kino-convert into modular session kasi sobrang init. Especially in public schools, walang mga air condition yung room. Minsan may mga room pa na walang electric fan. So, talagang nakakabahala. And during this time din, public health. Kasi tumataas yung, okay, mga level ng mga na-heat stroke during this time. Okay, so talagang, ano ba yung pinaka way natin, okay, to solve this problem? Do you think that there is still a solution, okay, in this problem? Okay, may solution ba? Yes, may solution, pero I think it's very hard for us to take this step. Okay, kasi we are entering the modern day na. It's our life depend on technologies. Okay, pero okay, experts and mga scientists, they tend to, okay, to study, to do research. Okay, ano ba yung pwede natin gawin to make this technology eco-friendly. Okay, para nga naman kasi nga, 'di ba, if we're still using fossil fuels, okay, talagang yan ay magko-contribute ng magko-contribute, okay, ng madaming gases in the atmosphere that will lead in the increase of heat. Okay, pagtaas ng temperature ng ating planet. Okay, so when I was attending my class in my master's degree, okay, yung prof namin is may nag-discuss yung uh, study about Mars ng mga ng mga scientist, okay. So, pinag-aaralan nila yung Mars, okay, to make it habitable para, let's say, matirahan. Okay, napatanong ako na bakit pa kailangan nating gawing habitable yung ibang planeta? Meron na naman tayong sariling planet. Why not make this planet a better place na lang? Ito na lang yung gamutin natin. Bakit maghahanap pa ng iba, di ba? So, na parang napatanong lang ako for that session. Okay, di ba? Okay, so for the follow-up questions, meron tayong mga questions dito. What problem is discussed in the article? Ano ba yung problem? Okay, na diniscuss no article. Okay, so sabi dito, the article discusses the problem of extreme heat waves in the Philippines, which are causing health risk, water shortages, okay, di ba? Talagang bumababa yung mga level ng mga dam, okay, or yung mga sources ng water supply, especially in cities. Okay, sa Manila talaga during El Nino or during this time, talagang bumababa yung water level. Okay, na minsan nga during this time, hinihiling pa ng ibang ano na sana magkabagyo kasi during typhoon, magpo-produce ng ulan. Okay, pero during this time nga, okay, ang hirap. Nagkakaroon ng shortage sa tubig kasi talagang natutuyuan yung mga sources. Okay, so next, how will you describe heat? How is it different from temperature? Paano ba natin i-describe yung heat at yung word na temperature? Magkaparehas ba sila? Okay, so when we say heat, it is a form of energy. It is a form of energy that moves from hotter object to cooler one. Okay, yun yung energy na nagumagalaw from hotter object to a cooler one. While temperature is a measure of how hot or cold something is. Okay, so tatandaan lang natin ano, yung temperature a measure, while heat is an energy. Okay, so sige. For our first activity this time, hindi pa pala yung activity. Ano? So, ganito kasi ako. Review muna before the first activity. Ano? So, activity number one, it's about unscramble and define heat and temperature. So, for the objectives, identify and arrange scrambled vocabulary words related to heat and temperature and match them with their correct definitions. Okay, so meron tayong PowerPoint and then the instruction and scramble the given vocabulary words. Match each word to its correct definition and write your answers neatly on your paper. Okay, so mag-vocabulary activity muna tayo. Okay, sige. Ayan. So the first one, okay, ano kayang vocabulary to? Okay, or anong word yan or terminology? This unit measures the amount of heat. Okay. It's it's calorie. Okay, familiar tayo sa word na calorie? Okay, na-encounter niyo na ba yan? Okay, sige. Actually, ito yung unit of measure na ginagamit. Okay, sa heat energy calorie. Pero yung standard is joule talaga. Joule yung ginagamit. Okay, tandaan natin, heat is a form of energy like what I've said earlier. And energy must be measured. Kailangang masukat. Okay, the amount of heat is measured. Okay, yung amount ng heat is measured using calories or joules. Pero yung standard unit natin talaga is joule. Okay, tatandaan. Joule talaga yung ginagamit na unit mostly sa mga type of energy. Okay, sige. So what about this one? It is an energy produced by the movement of electrons. Okay, it's correct. Okay, electrical energy. Okay, so yung electrical energy mga anak is another form of energy. Okay, yan yung sabi nga dyan, yan ay napoproduce by the movement of electrons through a material using a wire. Siyempre may wire ano. Okay, when electrons flow, pag nag-flow siya sa wire, they create electricity that can be used to power devices. Di ba? Pag nag-flow yon, okay, it can create electricity na pwedeng mapagana yung iba't ibang mga devices like ilaw, yung mga electric fan, television, computers, and many more. Ano? So, electrical energy can be converted also, okay, into other forms of energy. Like for example, light energy, pwede siyang i-convert. Okay, electrical energy can be converted into heat energy, pwedeng sound energy, okay, to make everyday appliances work. Okay, so sige. What about this one? Okay, the transfer of heat through direct contact between object. Ito daw yung type or heat transfer. Type ng heat transfer kung saan yung init na ililipat sa isang object through direct contact. So, kailangan magkadikit, may contact. Para mailipat yung init sa isang bagay, dapat magkadikit or may contact, direct contact. Ano yan? Correct. It's conduction. Okay, so conduction mga anak is a transfer of heat through direct contact, okay, between objects. So heat moves from hotter objects, okay, to the cooler object. Tatandaan natin when they touch. Okay, so this is usually happened in solid materials. Karaniwan ano, especially sa mga metals. Okay, for example, when a metal spoon is placed in hot soup, pag nilagay natin, okay, heat is transferred from the soup. Okay, yung mainit from the soup to the spoon through conduction. May direct contact. Kaya nalipat yung init dun sa spoon kasi nilagay natin dun sa soup na mainit. May direct contact. Pero kung let's say hindi natin nilagay yung spoon doon, hindi natin sinausaw, malilipat ba yung init? Hindi. Okay. So next, this device converts sunlight into electricity. Ano naman yung device na yan? Okay, meron ba kayong mga ganyan? Okay, it's a solar panel. Ano? So, yung solar panel mga anak, yan yung device na nagko-convert ng sunlight. Kino-convert niya yung sunlight into electrical energy. Karaniwan marami ito sa mga probinsya eh. Mga panel sila sa taas. Kasi karaniwan na ginagamit na din ito. Okay, kasi nga, sa mga provinces, karaniwan nawawala ng kuryente. Especially sa amin. Ano? So it absorbs energy, yung electrical panel natin or solar panel rather, it absorbs energy from the sun and changes it into electricity. Okay. And that can be used to power homes, buildings, and other devices. Ano, solar panels are clean, okay, malinis siya, and renewable source of energy because they use sunlight, which does not run out and does not cause pollution. Okay, so magkakagandahan din naman, ano, one of the best, okay, best discoveries is itong mga solar panel kasi they are eco-friendly. Okay, renewable energy na hindi sila nagkakos ng pollution. Pero nga lang, pag ginagamit natin yung electricity na napoproduce ng mga solar panels, yung mga devices naman na nating ginagamit sa bahay, yun naman yung magkakos ng iba't ibang pollution. Ano, like for example, yung mga refrigerator natin, okay, may mga nilalabas na mga um, artificial pollution. Okay, and then, ano pa ba? Okay, may mga Egypt, what do you call this? Yung mga, ano ba yung mga bagay na pag gumamit ng electricity, nag-aano ng pollution. Okay. So, yan. Okay. So, para mapagana yung mga power plants, di ba, may mga electricity din diyan, okay, na ginagamit. Like, for example, um, pag nagba-burn tayo ng mga fossil fuels. Okay. So, yan din naman, ano. So, gumamit nga tayo niyan. Eco-friendly, pero, okay, saan naman natin siya gagamitin? Okay. So, di ba? So, kumbaga, yung problem, may ginawa tayong solution, pero magkakaroon na naman. It's cause na naman ng problem. Okay, so anyway, parang gusto natin bumalik sa uh, early times ano na hindi gumagamit talaga ng electricity para ma-save yung ating planet. So anyway, what about this one? A material that does not allow heat or electricity to pass through easily. Okay, so ito yung material daw na um, hindi nagfo-flow or does not allow heat or electricity to pass through. Okay, so ano yon? It's insulator. So yung insulator mga anak does not allow heat, okay, or electricity to pass through. Okay, bakit? It slows down or blocks the flow of energy. So helping keep things safe or maintain temperature. Okay, so one of the best examples of insulators are wood, cloth, rubber. Okay, yun yung mga example ng insulators na hindi pwedeng gamitin para mag-flow yung electricity or heat. Okay. So, meron naman tayong mga electrical insulators. Like for example, rubber, plastic, okay, rubber, glass. Okay. So, kaya ngayon may mga wires, di ba? May mga balot yan na rubber. Okay, kasi para pag hindi pwedeng yung mga wires natin, wires ng mga devices natin sa bahay is expose talaga yung wire. Di ka dapat balot yan. Okay. So, yung pambalot talaga is insulator. Ayan. So, next, what about this one? The process of transferring heat through the movements of particles in a fluid. Okay, in a fluid. Process naman. Kanina may na-discuss na tayong another process ng pag-transfer ng heat. Yun yung conduction. Ito naman ay second type. Ano siya? Correct. It's convection. So, ano ba yung convection, mga anak? So, grade 7, when we say convection, the transfer of heat through the movement of particles in a fluid. Okay, which can be a liquid or a gas. Okay, when a part of the fluid is heated, pag yung part ng fluid is heated, okay, it becomes less dense and it rises. Okay. While cooler, denser fluid sinks, this creates a circular movement called the convection current. Okay, di ba mga anak, let's say, nagpapakulo tayo ng tubig. Okay, mainit na yung tubig. Nilagay mo yung kamay mo dun sa taas. Okay, di ba? After a while, mararamdaman mo yun ng kamay mo na uminit. Okay, parang hindi mo hinawakan yung tubig. Okay, so it's an example of convection. Kumbaga, kung yung conduction, direct contact, yung pag-transfer ng heat is dito naman sa convection, hindi kailangan ng direct contact. Okay, heat moves through, okay, molecules or particles rather. Okay, ano? So next, what about this one? A form of energy produces by the vibration of particles. Okay, correct. It's a sound energy. Okay. Ayan. So ano ba yung sound energy, mga anak? Okay, these vibrations, okay, produced through vibrations, and this vibration travel through medium, okay, such as air, water, or solids, allowing us to hear sounds. Okay, so ang sound energy, kinakailangan niya ng medium for it to travel. Okay, so pag walang medium, okay, hindi makaka-travel ang sound. Pero may mga energy na pwedeng mag-travel without medium. Okay, or pwedeng mag-travel in a vacuum. Like for example, light energy. Okay, ang light energy pwede siyang mag-travel, okay, kahit walang medium. Or kaya niya makapag-travel sa vacuum. Okay, or empty spaces. Okay, next. What about this one? The energy of motion. Okay, it's kinetic, correct. Okay, so yung ating energy of motion, okay, yan yung energy in motion. Okay, energy of an object that is moving. Okay, the faster an object moves, the more kinetic energy. Like for example, a rolling ball. Okay, pag gumagalaw, yes. Okay, pero pag discuss natin yung mga concept ng kinetic energy, okay, sa grade 8, okay, mas may intindihan nyo pa. Okay, deeper kasi yung discussion doon. So anyway, wala naman tayo doon. So dito tayo mag-focus. So what about this one? A device used to measure temperature. Okay, it's thermometer. Ano? Okay. So yung temperature natin, it show how hot or cold something is. It can use mercury, yung traditional. Pero mostly ngayon is yung digital sensors na no, to detect temperature changes. Okay. So, sige. Okay, next. What about this one? The flow of heat through space in the form of electromagnetic waves. Okay, another type of heat transfer or yes, heat transfer. Pangatlo na to. Yung una conduction, pangalawa convection, pangatlo is radiation. Okay, radiation po talaga to. Hindi ko napalitan yung sagot. Okay? So, sige, palitan natin. It's radiation. So, anyway, last na vocabulary word po ito. Okay, palitan natin. Hindi ko napalitan yung sagot. Quiet lang kayo. Okay. Ayan. So, ayan. So, sige. Radiation. Okay. So, anyway, hopefully, yung mga terms na yun is maalala natin, matandaan natin, and then, okay, kasi gagamitin natin siya habang nagdi-discuss. So, let's proceed on activity number 2, heat and temperature story quest. Sabi ko sa inyo, for storytelling itong discussion na to eh. Understand heat and temperature concept through a short story. Okay, so meron tayong PowerPoint. And for the instruction, read the story carefully, answer the guide questions provided, and write your answers in a complete sentences. Okay, so heat and temperature. Okay, so let students read the following storyline and facilitate a class discussion afterwards. Okay, so yung ating title is Sorbetes Adventure in Rizal Park. Alam niyo yung sorbetes, mga anak? Yung ice cream, yung sa cone, sorbetes. Okay, sorbetes Adventure in Rizal Parks. Nakarating na ba kayo sa Rizal Park? Sana ma-visit ninyo yan, Okay, naka, mm, yes, naka-visit na naman ako pero maganda siya, maganda. Yes, it's very iconic naman. Okay, so here, it's very clean. Yun ang aking unang napansin nung pumunta ako doon. Malinis talaga. And quiet. Quiet. Nung pumunta ako kasi konti lang ang tao. So anyway, so let's read a story. It's a sunny afternoon in Rizal Park, and the air is filled with laughter and the sound of children playing. Okay, so families stroll along the pathways, okay, taking in the sights and sounds of this iconic park. Amidst the bustling activity, there's a quaint, okay, little cart adorned with colorful umbrellas and a sign that reads Sorbete sa Rizal Park. Okay, as you approach the cart, you're greeted by the friendly smile of Mang Romy, okay, the sorbetes vendor. Behind him, rows of metal cylinders filled with ice cream flavors in vibrant hues beckon you to indulge in a sweet treat. Okay, the aroma of freshly made waffle cones wafts through the air, adding to the allure of the experience. Okay, you join the queue of eager customers eagerly anticipating your turn to sample the delights of sorbetes. Okay. As you wait, you strike up a conversation with fellow park goers, sharing stories and laughter while soaking in the warm ambience of the park. Finally, okay, it's your turn to place your order. Okay, you peek into the cart, marveling at the array of flavors available, from classic favorites like ube, purple yam, and mango, to more exotic offerings like buko pandan or coconut pandan, and langka or jackfruit. With a smile, Mang Romy scoops generous servings of your chosen flavors into a freshly made cone, expertly twirling it to perfection. Okay, so you take your first bite, savoring the creamy texture and rich flavor of the sorbetes. Okay, so the cool sweetness provides a refreshing contrast to the warmth of the afternoon sun, making it the perfect indulgence on a hot day. As you stroll through the park, enjoying your sorbetes, you can't help but feel a sense of contentment and nostalgia. Okay, cherishing the simple joys of life into this bustling metropolis. Okay, so as the day draws to a close and the sun begins to set, okay, you bid farewell to Rizal Park, your heart full of fond memories and your taste buds tingling with the lingering sweetness of sorbetes. Until next time, you look forward to returning to this beloved corner of Manila, okay, where the tradition of sorbetes continues to bring joy to all who visit. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed the story. And okay, so what did you feel in the story? I know. Okay, so the passage describes a day at Rizal Park, and it focuses on experiencing sorbetes. Nakatikim na ba kayo ng sorbetes? Yun yung traditional Filipino ice cream. So it helps us imagine, yung kwento, it helps us to imagine sights, sounds, and smells of park, showing how people enjoy simple pleasure in everyday life. Okay, so for that, we can feel yung warmth of the sun, the coolness of the ice cream, which makes the story easy to relate. Okay, so habang binabasa ba, nai-imagine na-experience nyo na yung ganong scenario. Okay, so sige, let's have questions about the story. How do you feel about the story? Ay medyo nakakapag-reminisce tayo, especially kung nakarating na kayo ng Rizal Park, mapabalik tanaw natin. Pag pumunta kayo ng Rizal Park, don't forget, okay, to buy sorbetes. Okay, sige. Why are Filipinos fond of eating sorbetes or ice cream? Bakit napakahilig natin? Okay? Bakit napakahilig ng mga Filipino kumain ng sorbetes? Okay, so sige, so, yung mga Pilipino kasi nag enjoy tayo because of the hot weather in the country. Kasi pag kumakain tayo ng sorbetes, di ba, especially during summer, medyo nare-refresh tayo. Okay, the cold ice cream provides a refreshing way to cool down and enjoy a sweet treat on a warm day, di ba? Okay. So, Yan, because of the hot water in the country. How is the concept of heat and temperature related to the story? Paano pa nagkaroon ng connection? Bakit nagpa-sorbetes story ako? Ano ba yung connection ng heat and temperature doon? Yun yung topic natin eh. Okay, so the ice cream is at lower temperature, di ba? At lower temperature. And the person eating, it is at high temperature. Okay, so emphasize the concept of temperature difference. So doon, okay, the ice cream is cold. Okay, while the person and surroundings are warm, high temperature. So heat flows from the warmer object, which is the person's mouth, to the cooler object, which is the ice cream. Which is why the ice cream slowly melts habang kinakain mo. Ano? This emphasizes the concept of heat transfer due to temperature difference. Okay. Ayan. So, may init pala, may heat. Siyempre, may init tayo kasi buhay tayo eh. Okay. Sige, so proceed tayo sa activity number 3. Heat versus temperature, a Venn diagram challenge. Okay, so, ayan. So, compare and contrast natin yung heat and temperature through a Venn diagram. So, fill in the Venn diagram with correct ideas. Write the differences on each side and similarities in the center. Alam na natin yung Venn diagram. Okay, yung sa magkabilang side, yung differences. Yung sa gitna naman is yung pagkakaparas ng dalawa. Review your answer before submitting. So, wala po akong nilagay dito mga answer mga anak kasi kayo ang magsasagot niyan. Ano? So, you will try to differentiate heat and temperature. Ano ba ang heat? Okay, it's a form of energy. Tandaan natin, ang heat is a form of energy. While temperature, binalikan natin kanina, a temperature is a measure of how hot or cold something is. Okay, so heat is a type of energy while temperature is a measure of how hot. Okay, so ano naman yung pagkakapares nila? Both are related to hotness and coldness. Okay, tama naman. Another difference naman, heat can flow from hotter object to colder object. Ang heat nagfo-flow siya from hot to cold, while temperature does not flow. Hindi siya nagfo-flow. Okay, paano ba yung temperature? It only indicates the level of hotness. Yun yung lang ini-indicate ng temperature. It only indicates the level of hotness. Okay, another similarities, both use units like joule and calorie. Okay, for temperature, degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit or sometimes Kelvin. Ano? Okay, so heat. Okay, it depends on mass of the material and temperature difference. Okay, while another about heat, units niya ay joules or calories. Okay, so for temperature, okay, gumagamit siya ng device naman dito, measured with thermometer. Okay, and then does not cause change by itself. Okay, ayan. Sige. Okay, for guide question, what is heat? Ano ba ang heat? Okay, what is heat? Heat is a form of energy and that is transferred from one object to another because of varying temperature. Okay, so heat always move from hotter, okay, to cooler one. Tatandaan natin ano. So how is it measured? Paano ba bina-measure? Heat is measured in joules. Okay, in joules, which is the standard unit of energy in science. Joule talaga, no? It can also be measured in calories, okay, in some contexts, such as food, energy. Okay. How will you describe heat transfer? Paano ba natin i-describe yung heat transfer like conduction, convection, and radiation? Okay, so heat transfer is the flow of energy from hot to cold temperature. Okay, yung heat transfer natin is yun yung movement ng heat energy from hotter to cooler. So it happens until both objects reach the same temperature or equilibrium. Okay, so sige, is heat lost or gained? Nawawala ba or nagigain? So, for the answer for this one, heat loss or gain is often manifested as either feeling cold or warm. Okay, so heat can be lost, pwede rin mag-gain, depending on the temperature difference. We often feel it is warm or cold. For example, when a cold drink warms up in your hand, okay, halimbawa, okay, yung cold drink natin nag-warm up in your hand, it is gaining heat. Okay, uminit eh. So the gain. And your hand is losing heat kasi na-transfer doon sa um, object or doon sa drinks na nandun sa ating kamay. Ano? Okay, so sige. Another activity, activity number 4, heat in action, mini experiment. So ito mga mamansur, pwede niyong ipagawa, okay, sa loob ng room. Okay, para skip ko muna ito kasi ito talaga ay experiment. Okay? So, sige. Ayan. So, skip muna natin to. So, proceed tayo dun sa activity number 5. Okay, Maya's thermal adventure. So, for the objective, identify thermal conductors and insulators through a story. A story na naman, ano? So, meron tayong PowerPoint. Read the story carefully. Answer the guide questions provided. Write your answers clearly in a complete sentences. Okay. So, thermal conductors and insulators. Maya's thermal adventure sorting sorcery. Okay. So, once upon a time in a cozy little town nestled amidst rolling hills and lush forest, there lived a curious girl named Maya. Okay, Maya was known for her love of science and her insatiable thirst for knowledge. One sunny afternoon, as Maya sat in her room surrounded by her toys and treasures, she embarked on an exciting quest to sort her belongings into categories of thermal conductors and insulators. Okay, with determination sparkling in her eyes, Maya began her sorting sorcery. She picked up her favorite toy, a shiny metal robot, and held it in her hand, feeling its coolness against her skin. Maya declared it a thermal conductor, knowing that metals were excellent at transferring heat. Next, Maya reached her for her soft, fluffy teddy bear and hugged it tightly. As the warmth enveloped her, Maya smiled and labeled her teddy bear as a thermal insulator, understanding that its plush fur trapped heat and kept her snugly warm. Moving on to her collection of pencils and pens, Maya observed their wooden bodies and decided they belonged in the thermal insulator category, as wood was known for conducting heat efficiently. However, she held onto her metal pencil case and placed it in the conductor section. She then came across her plastic toys and gadgets, noting their ability to feel neither hot nor cold to the touch. Okay, with a nod of approval, Maya categorized them as the thermal insulators too. As Maya sorted through her belongings, she marveled at the wonders of thermal conductivity and insulation. Each item told its own story, from the metallic chill of her robot to the comforting warmth of her teddy bear, with each object carefully categorized. Maya felt a sense of accomplishment wash over her. As the sun began to set and the golden rays cast a warm glow through her window, Maya sat amidst her sorted treasures, feeling grateful for the knowledge she had gained. With a contented smile, Maya knew that her sorting adventure had not only taught her about thermal properties, but had also ignited her curiosity to explore the wonders of science further. Okay. And so, in the magical world of Maya's room, where toys and treasures came to life through the lens of science, the sorting sorcery of thermal conductivity and insulation became a tale to be cherished forevermore. Okay. Sige. So, the story is fun and inspiring, right? Okay. So, it shows how learning about science can be part of everyday life. Okay, so I like how Maya used her toys to explore thermal conductors and insulators. Gusto ko yung story kasi it shows, okay, ano kung paano natin ma-differentiate yung conductors and insulators. Okay, so making science feel hands-on and exciting, di ba? Okay, it shows that curiosity, yung story, it shows curiosity and observation can help us understand the world around us, of course. Okay, even through simple things like a teddy bear, metal robot, or pencil. Okay, so sige, doon sa kwento mga anak, or based on the story, what objects or toys that are considered conductors? Ano ba yung conductors? It allow heat and electricity to travel. While insulator, it does not allow heat and electricity to travel. So, alin doon yung mga insulator doon sa mga toys ni Maya? Okay, so yun yung metal robot and pencil case. Kasi sila yung metals, ano? Okay, toys that are insulators. Okay, teddy bear, pencils, yung may wood. Okay, plastic containers. Okay. Ayan. So, what are Maya's bases for sorting her toys? As the conductors or insulators are her bases. Correct or not? Why? Okay. So, sabi dyan, based on the characteristics of the objects. Yun yung naging basis ni Maya para ma-sort niya. Okay, so Maya sorted her toys based on characteristics of the materials, whether they could transfer heat easily or not. Okay, so her bases are correct. Tama naman because conductors and insulators are defined by how well they allow heat to pass through them. And she observed and categorized each toy accordingly. Okay, so how we describe thermal conductors and thermal insulators? Okay, pag thermal conductors, materials that allow heat to pass through them easily, like metal, aluminum, copper, steel. Yung thermal insulators naman is yung materials na hindi nag-a-allow to heat to pass through easily. They trap heat. Like for example, plastic, wood, rubber, cloth, and foam. Okay. Sige. So, punta naman tayo sa next activity. True or false. Malapit na tayo mga matapos. So hopefully naiintindihan na natin yung heat and temperature. So objectives, assess understanding of heat and temperature concepts. So, meron tayong PowerPoint. Read each statement carefully. Decide if it is true or false. Write your answers clearly on the paper. Okay. Ayan. So, insulators block the flow of heat while conductors allow heat to pass through. Okay. So, conductors, syempre yun yung mga materials na nag-allow heat to pass through. Heat moves quickly from part of the material to another, while yung insulator naman, it block or slow down the flow of heat. They keep heat from escaping or entering, which is why they feel warm or cool to the touch. Okay, sige. Next. So, true or false? Ito ha, true or false. Materials that conduct heat well are called thermal conductors. Is it true or false? True ba? Okay, it's true Okay. So, yung mga materials na nagko-conduct well ng heat, okay, is called thermal conductors because they allow heat to pass through. Okay, what about this one? Plastics and rubber are examples of materials that conduct heat easily. Okay, syempre it's false kasi yung plastic and rubber, they are not um good conductors of heat. They are thermal insulators because they do not allow heat to pass through. Okay, what about this one? Metals like yeast, nails, and wires are excellent thermal conductors. True kasi nga, they are metals. Okay. And metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Wood and cloth are examples of thermal insulators. Correct, it's true. Okay. Next, thermal insulators help reduce heating and cooling costs in houses. Is it true or false? It's true. Okay, Okay. Next, pot and pan handles are often made of metal, okay, to help heat reach the cook's hand faster. Okay, it's false. Bakit? Pot and pan handles are usually made of materials like plastic, wood, or rubber, okay, not metal, so that they do not conduct heat easily. So this prevents the cook hands from getting burned. Okay, kaya yung mga pot handle, okay, dapat gawa yan sa insulator. Kasi pag hinahawakan natin, okay, para hindi tayo mapasok or pag ating iaalisin na yung pot doon sa stove, pwede nating maalis with our bare hands. Pero sometimes talaga gumagamit tayo ng mga, what you call this, pot holder talaga. Kasi minsan na sobrang babad na, syempre talagang magta-travel na doon yung iinit na din yun. Okay, so next. Jeepney drivers sometimes use water to help prevent engines from overheating because water is a good insulator. True. Kaya nga, kapag nag-aano tayo, pag nasa kayo ng jeepney, bakit may tubig doon? Minsan nakikita ko pa yung mga jeepney naglalagay. Okay. Jeepney driver. Okay, so radiators and heaters use thermal conductors efficiently transfer heat. Okay, it's true. Okay. So ano ba yung radiator? Okay, yung radiator mga anak, yun yung device that transfer heat to warm up a room. Okay, a car engine or other spaces. Okay, so sa mga bahay, okay, may mga radiators yan in rooms to keep the space warm during cold weather, especially dun sa mga countries na malalamig. So, meron naman sa cars. Yung sa car naman, yung radiator niya, it helps to cool the engine by transferring heat from the engine to the air. Okay, so sige. Okay na ba tayo? Ayan. So copper pipes are commonly used in radiators because they conduct heat well. Okay, it's true. Copper. Okay. Stainless steel, aluminum, and copper are used for cookware because they allow heat to spread quickly. Okay, true. Hindi pwedeng plastic. Okay. Aluminum is used in some train carriages because it keeps heat trapped and does not conduct heat. Okay, it's false. Bakit false? Okay, yung aluminum kasi is actually a good conductor of heat, not an insulator. So it is used in train carriages because it is lightweight and strong, but it does not trap heat. Okay, so insulators, not aluminum, are used to keep heat from escaping or entering. Okay, so hindi nagtatrap po, okay, ng heat ang aluminum kasi siya ay good conductor din. Opo ha? Ginagamit siya kasi siya ay lightweight. Okay. Next, glass is a poor conductor of heat, making it a thermal insulator. Okay, it's true. Okay, ano? So yung mga glass kasi poor conductor of heat, which makes it thermal insulator. It does not allow heat to pass through easily. Okay, so helping to keep heat in or out depending on the situation. Okay, so sort out conductors versus insulators. May mga materials. We will classify materials as thermal conductors or insulators. So look at the list of the materials provided. Sort them into conductors or insulators. Write your answers in the correct column. Okay, so metal spoon. Okay, sensation niya. Okay, so it feels cold when touched, di ba? Metal spoon. Nakawak na ba kayo ng metal spoon? Ano siya? Okay, conductor or insulators? Okay, it's the conductor. Ano? Okay, it transfer heat quickly from your hand or the surrounding environment. Kasi siya metal, di ba? Okay, so next, what about plastic spoon? Okay, ay naman yung plastic spoon, yung sensation niya. It's neutral. Okay, neutral yung sensation niya and it's insulator. Plastic eh. Porcelain mug, neutral din yung sensation. It's insulator. Beaker, it's neutral. Beaker po is glass. Okay, it's insulator. Okay. Okay. Wooden spoon. Okay, it's neutral and it's insulator. Floor tile. Okay, it's cold and it's conductor. Okay. And then aluminum ladle. It's cold and it's conductor. Iron nail. Okay, it's cold and conductor. Okay, and then handkerchief, it's neutral and insulator. And then plastic ball pen, it's neutral and insulator. Acetate, okay, yung acetate po natin is neutral and it's insulator. Okay, so yung acetate is a type of plastic mga anak. It doesn't conduct heat, so it feels neutral. Ano? Okay, so it's insulator. Cardboard, it's neutral and it's insulator. And then 10 peso coin, it's gold and it's conductor. Okay, and then steel bar, it's gold and it's conductor. Okay, so we are done on that. Okay, baka magtanong mga anak dito sa ating tile ha. Saan yung tile? Di na guess sana floor tile. Bakit siya ay conductor? Okay, so kasi yung mga tiles mga anak, often ceramic with some metal content. May mga metal content kasi yung ibang tiles. Okay, pag sinabi naman nating metal, it can transfer heat fast. So it feels cold. Okay? Sige. Next, ayan. Which materials are conductors? Which materials are insulators? So, nandun na naman natin, nalaman na natin, hindi natin isa-isahin. So, yung mga conductors doon, metal spoon, floor tile, aluminum ladle, okay, iron nail, 10 peso coin, steel bar. Yung mga insulator naman is yung plastic spoon, porcelain mug, beaker, wooden spoon, handkerchief, plastic ball pen, acetate, and cardboard. Ano? So how did you classify materials as to insulators and conductors? Paano natin classify? Okay. So classify natin sila kung conductors or insulators based on how well they transfer heat. Ano? Okay. Are your sensation reliable for determining if a material is a conductor or insulator? If not, what process can be best done? Actually, sensations alone are not always reliable. Tatanda natin, for determining if a material is a conductor or insulator. Okay, this is because our sense of touch can be influenced by temperature, okay, of the surrounding, the size of the object, or how long we touch it. Okay, for example, a metal object left in the sun may feel warm and plastic object in the shade may feel cool. Okay. So the best way to determine if a material is a conductor or insulator is to use a thermometer or a controlled heat source to measure how fast heat moves through the material. Ano? Okay, so why is it important to know if a material is an insulator or conductor? Bakit kailangan pa nating i-classify? Ano? Okay, so it is very important to know if a material is an insulator or conductor because it helps us use materials safely and efficiently in everyday life technology. Okay, so proceed tayo sa formative assessment. Are you ready? Okay, so pwede nyo i-pause para makapagsagot kayo kasi after the question, nare-reveal ko na yung sagot. Okay, so what is heat? Okay, so A measure of temperature. B, a form of energy transfer due to temperature differences. C, a measure of the kinetic energy of particles. D, a unit of temperature measurement. Okay, it's letter B, ano. Okay, so heat energy. Okay, heat is an energy that moves from hotter object to cooler object because of temperature differences. Okay, it is not a measure of temperature. Okay, that's what a thermometer does. Okay, so sige, heat flows from regions of blank temperature to regions of blank temperature. Tandaan natin, it's letter C, ano, from higher to lower. So tandaan, heat always flows from hotter to cooler objects. Medyo antok na ako. Okay. Number three. Okay, what is the unit of the heat in the International System of Units? Okay, correct. It's joule. Okay, so ginawa ko lang itong video kasi ang daming nag-request. Kaya silab na lab ko kayo. Ayan. So number four, which of the following statement is true about temperature? Okay, it's letter A. Ano? It is a measure of the average kinetic energy of particles in a substance. Okay, so temperature tell us how fast the particles in a substance are moving on average. Okay, ano? Sige. Which of the following materials is an insulator? Okay, it's letter B, a glass. Yung metal, copper, aluminum is conductor. Okay, what is the primary purpose of insulators? Okay, correct. It's letter B, to reduce heat transfer. Ano? Okay. So, yung mga insulator, yun yung mga materials na nagsuslow down or prevent the flow of heat. Okay. Which of the following materials is a conductor? Correct. It's copper. Okay. See, kasi siya yung metal, ano? Okay. What is the characteristic of a good conductor? Okay, it's letter B, high thermal conductivity. Okay, so yung yes, okay. Yun yung pinaka-characteristics ng good conductor. Okay, next. What is the characteristics of a good insulator? Siyempre, kung yung ating conductor high thermal conductivity, yung mga insulator low thermal conductivity. Okay. Number 10. Okay. How does an insulator differ from conductor regarding heat transfer? Okay, it's the ano, conductors have high thermal conductivity while insulators have low thermal conductivity. Sinamarize lang yung 8 and 9. Okay, so anyway, thank you so much, grade 7, and I hope that you learned something for this lesson. Okay, see you in the last lesson, which is week number 8.